loves, it's your girl Essie and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a little girl chat and talk about a lot of different stuff because honestly, like, y'all, today's January 15th, 2024. It's a whole new year. Like, yes, it's not the first. My hair wasn't did on the first. I would have did this video on the first, bitch. Let me stop playing. But it is like dumb stuff I want to talk about. Like, so let's just get straight into it. 2024, I'm standing on business for real. I want to say we because I want everybody to be standing on business. But even if y'all not, I motherfucking am. Let me stop. It really is the year to stand on business. And not even just about, like, I feel like every time it's stand on business, it's about niggas. Don't get me wrong, we stand on big business when it comes to niggas, but we stand on business everything. We stand on business look-wise. We stand on business health-wise, mental, physical, emotional, everything. We stand on business about ourselves. 2024. 2024 is the year of me. And when I say the year of me, I mean it's the year of you and you and you and you and me and me. You know what I'm saying? Like, today, 2024, I just feel like is the year that if you the type of bitch who you don't be focused on yourself and you be focused on other people, whether it be friendships, niggas, other people, you know, just doing too much, overplaying your part, overplaying your role. It's time to cut it out. It's time to stop, bitch. It didn't work last year. It didn't work the year before that. So why are we going to try to do it again this year? And I'm really talking to myself. Like, I'm talking, but I'm really talking to myself too. Because honestly, y'all, I have been doing a lot of work on myself. Like, that's why I feel like capable enough and at a good enough place to make this video, because this isn't something like, yeah, I'm saying 2024, I'm standing on business. But honestly, I started making certain mental adjustments in 2023 that is kind of been preparing me for it to be making these adjustments in 2024. And I'm gonna tell you how, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna tell you why. Stand on business is not just about niggas, but I'm gonna start with niggas just because, like, just being realistic and being honest, niggas be such a big part of, when I say our downfall, I'm just speaking to those who relate. Like, if you don't relate, bitch, period. And that's not no sarcastic. That's a genuine, like, I love that for you, girl, because a lot of us just let niggas come into our life and completely overtake it.
Sativa or indica, it don't matter what the strand, the worst drug of all, the addiction to a man.
I'm not saying I let a nigga overtake my life or nothing like that. I don't, but in a way I do, because when I have a nigga and I really care about a nigga, because I don't be caring about my niggas, but when I have a nigga that I care about, I be going out my way too much. I have a terrible motherfucking habit of overplaying my part. Like, I overplay my part with niggas, friends. I overplay my part real bad, and I'm not doing that no more. Actually, I overplayed. Past tense, not no more. Was a nigga I was dealing with, and I'm not gonna say I loved this nigga. I'm not gonna say I loved this nigga, but I had a lot of love for him, and I felt like I was overplaying my part, and I felt like I wasn't being treated the way I wanted to be treated. I felt like he didn't make me, he didn't treat me the way let me just make it simple. He didn't treat me the way I felt like I deserved to be treated. Well, now I feel like I deserve to be treated. In the moment, obviously, bitch, you didn't feel like you deserved to be treated better because that was your man, that was your nigga. But now that I know I deserve to be treated better, I cut him off literally in November. And it's so funny because he just reached out to me a couple days ago. And you know what, y'all? I texted back. And I didn't even text back on no, like, let's get, like, you're my nigga back. Like, I just texted back. And I shouldn't have texted back, period. Because I feel like a lot of times niggas come back to just see if they have access to you. Even if a nigga come back and you stand on business and you like, boy, fuck you. Like, I'm not talking to you no more. I'm over you, da-da-da. Good job, sis. But at the same time, did he really even need a response? Like, did he even need a response? If you feel like a response is what you want to do, respond, sis. But for me, I'm done responding. Like, I'm done responding. We have nothing to talk about. Stand on business. It was not easy for me to cut him off. It was something that, like, honestly, I had been trying to cut this nigga off. Like, when niggas be like, oh, you been want to leave my ass. You're right. Ding, 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 nigga. I did been want to leave your ass, but I cared about you. I had love for you. I liked what we had going for at some time. So it was hard for me to just be like, oh, I deserve better. Bye. Which is now, I deserve better. Bye. That's the motto. I deserve better. Bye. That's it. But in the moment when I was dealing with him, it wasn't that simple. It wasn't that easy. It was very hard. How I did it, y'all, I'm not gonna cap you down. I was on the phone with my friend. I had told her, like, what he did that pissed me off. I was like, whining. And my friend, she done heard this shit before. She done heard this nigga name before. Like, it's not nothing new. But this time, y'all, she was just like, block him. And I'm sure my friends have told me to block him before. But in the moment when she said block him, I was like, why am I overcomplicating this? Like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I want to leave him alone because I deserve better, but I care about him and I like him and I want to be with him, but I don't want to be with him anymore because he doesn't treat me right. But I want to be with him because I still care about him and I see the potential. What do I do? Just cut him off. Just leave. Like a thief in the night, sis. Just leave. Like, that be the thing. Like, I'm not saying don't ever communicate, don't explain yourself. If you're in a relationship and you're not liking how it's going, communicate, tell that nigga XYZ. But once you communicate and you tell that nigga XYZ and he keeps doing it, and then you communicate again and he keeps doing it, and then you communicate again and he keep doing it, bitch, you gonna communicate again? You can, but me, I'm not communicating again. I'm leaving like a thief in the night. And that's what I did. I left like a thief in the night and didn't look back. Does that mean after cutting him off, I was just completely cool on the nigga? Fuck him. Where my next nigga at? Da, 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 da. No, I wasn't. I was actually sad. Y'all, it's okay to miss a nigga. Like, it is okay to miss a nigga. It's okay to still like a nigga and not be with him. Like, that's the problem. People be thinking like, oh, I like him, so I'm just gonna stay and I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna fight for it. Or I love him. Even if you love the nigga, I love him, I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Love is not, has not, and will never be enough. It can't just be love. Like, it can't just be one person loves the other person so much and it works. Maybe in a couple situations it works, but you're gonna have to put up with a whole bunch of shit. And either you decide to put up with a whole bunch of shit or you're gonna move on. Like, honestly, like, even when I be talking to my friends and my friends just be like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. Da 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 da. If we're being so for real with ourselves, y'all, we be knowing what to do. We only have two motherfucking options. We're either gonna shut the fuck up, put up with the shit and stay with the nigga, or you're gonna buck up and leave the nigga. Like, I know it's complicated and there's nuances, especially if y'all got kids, y'all live together, you've been together 30 years. Like, there is complications for sure. But it's really just as simple as, do you like the way the nigga treats you? Yeah? Okay, stay with the nigga. No? Don't stay with the nigga. Like, maybe I'm overcomplicating and making it black and white, but this is how this is literally, I looked in the mirror, it's a mirror right here. I told myself, I was like, do you like how this nigga treats you? No. You feel like you deserve better? Yes. Okay, then leave the nigga alone. But I still like him. Okay, what does that mean? I can like the nigga sitting in my bedroom and he out there fucking a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can like a nigga and he's still doing him. So it's like, you might as well just like the nigga and not have him in your life. And it's hard. And you're gonna have times where it's like, damn, let me text him. You might still lurk on that Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I cut him off in November. All of December, not all of December, but every other day in December, bitch, I'm still on that Instagram looking at the following number. I'm not recommending this. I'm just being honest, letting you know how my experience. Like, I was still looking at the following. I was still like, he put his page on private, so I couldn't look at the post. I contemplated telling one of my friends to like follow him so I could still see what he on. But then I was just like, girl, you're not letting yourself move on. Like, move on. What I did in my journal, I wrote a letter to him. I wrote a goodbye letter to him. This might be corny, but I'm not being funny. It did work for me. I pulled my little journal out, rolled me a little blunt, smoked it, thought about how I felt, and I wrote him a letter. Dear Woot the Woot. I kind of want to read the letter, but I'm not even going to read that to y'all. I'm not going to read it to y'all. I can't do it. But I wrote him a letter, how I felt. In the letter, I wrote how I felt. I wrote how I was sad because I had high expectations for us. I wrote that I still care about him, but I have to let him go for me. After I wrote that letter, I decided to let the nigga go. I deleted his little username out my Instagram search bar. I gave myself time. Literally, that's it. Leave the nigga and give yourself time. Like, just give yourself time. And give yourself enough time, bitch. Some people leave their nigga, and I did this before too. I had stopped talking to this nigga multiple times before, but every single time I'm like, couple days then, I'm like, I miss him. If I miss him this bad, I might as well just go back. Like, I miss him. Why not just be with him? I miss him. That's not a good enough reason. Missing a nigga is not a good enough reason to be with him. Like, and that's just the fact. Like, I'm sitting there like, I like him, so I would go back every time, and I would text him, or he would text me, whatever the case may be, and we would be back fucking with each other, and I would be back getting my feelings hurt, and I would be back whining to my friends, and then I would be back crying, and then we would be back cool. It's like too much, especially if like like I'm in school, like I have a lot of different stuff that I want to do, and it just got to the point where I just felt like I was spending too much time, too much energy, too much tears, too much on a single individual person. And you notice how I didn't even just say a nigga, a single individual person. If I was going through all that with a friend, I would say cut that bitch off too. If you're going through that with your mama, cut that hoe off too. If you're going through that with your dad, cut that nigga off too. It's too much. Life is short. And when I say cut them off, I'm not saying you have to go around, walk around hating people and, oh, I want this, I want that nigga dead. I want that nigga to get hit by a martyr. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want that nigga to get hit by a greyhound. Like, I wasn't feeling those things, thinking those thoughts. Even in this moment, I don't want nothing bad to happen to that nigga. And that was also another thing that was making it hard for me to cut him off, because I was like, damn, like, God forbid, but I'm a paranoid ass bitch. So I be thinking like, damn, if something happens to this nigga and we're not talking, like, I'm gonna be devastated. I'm gonna be heartbroken. Like, I'm gonna be like, damn. This is just how I think. God forbid. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I'm not speaking negativity on this nigga life or speaking danger in this nigga life. I'm just saying, like, I dead worry about this nigga. I still worry about him sometimes. But I'm sorry. I'm a love and worry from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to love and worry about a nigga in his face. You can pray about a nigga and he doesn't have to be your nigga. And you can literally, one day, you're not going to care no more. Like, one day, you're not going to worry no more. One day, you're not going to think about it no more. And it's just going to be that. But if you don't take any steps towards getting over him, or steps towards getting yourself out the situation, bitch, you're going to be with that nigga forever. And it's funny because I've asked myself this question. I hear my friends say it all the time. Why won't he leave me alone? Why won't he just leave me alone? He doesn't treat me right, so why not just leave me alone? A lot of times, y'all, we gotta be fucking for real with ourselves. We be fucking a nigga, cooking for a nigga, doing XYZ, whatever the case may be. You being a wife to this nigga, and he's still dogging you the fuck out, and you're still doing this shit, talking about why won't he leave me alone? Bitch, would you leave you alone? If you was in his shoes, would you leave you alone? The answer is no, you wouldn't leave you alone, because if you have a dumb bitch at your service, and I'm not trying to be harsh when I say a dumb bitch at your service, bitch, I was a dumb bitch at the service. If this nigga called me and was like, hey bitch, he let me stop. He never a bitched me or nothing like that. But if this nigga called me and was like, pull up, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. Like, I'm pulling up. Like, I'm pulling up. Like, literally. Like, I'm pulling up. Like, let me go check my gas tank. See, my shit is on where my shit at. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, I'm very much, I cement cool on niggas. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even, whenever you say stuff like that, niggas just automatically think like, oh, you're so oh, you just must be heartbroken. You must be just fucking with the wrong type of niggas. You know what I've learned about niggas, y'all? And this is main reason why I'm cool on niggas. What you do for a nigga, not all niggas, I'm be honest, not all niggas. Like, well, shit, I hope not all niggas. I hope the fuck it's not all niggas. The more you do for a nigga, the more he sees. Like, unfortunately, it's sad because when I have people in my life who do a lot for me, it makes me want to do more for them. It makes me want to give back. When I have people give to me, it makes me want to give to them. I'm not a takey ass bitch. Like, when you give to me, I'm not just gonna take. You gonna get back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas not like that. A lot of niggas not like that. Niggas will really come into your life and fuck it the fuck up and go. So, bitch, either you're gonna let this nigga fuck it up and go, or you're gonna go. I just heard a noise. My cat be pissing me the fuck off because I think that's her. But I scaled. A big part of standing on business, and not just when it comes to niggas, school, work, businesses, anything that you're involved in, a big part of it is honesty. You have to be honest with yourself. Because if you're the type of bitch who lie to yourself, you got a problem on your hands. You got to be honest with yourself. Like, is it that you're doing too much, or are you just making excuses for yourself so you can keep fucking with this nigga? Like, is it that you feel like like, I would even tell myself, like, oh, well, he does motivate me. He does, like, he talks to me all the time. Like, he's there for me. Like, when I would speak to him about XYZ, he would support. Like, there's some stuff that your nigga's just supposed to do. Like, I'm not saying you can't give people points for, like, being there for you in certain ways and doing certain things for you. You can, but make sure you're not giving points where points are not meant to be given. Be on, like, keep it a beat, like, keep it a stack. Because when you get to lying to yourself, the only person you're fucking up is you and the future yous to come. Like, I feel like how I was acting, like, 2023, 2022, I was disappointing the 2024 me, because it's a completely brand new bitch. Like, y'all, we gotta be honest with ourselves. Like, we actually have to be dead honest with ourselves. And not just when it comes to niggas, when it comes to everything. Like, stand on business, y'all, about yourselves, about everything. Don't play about yourselves. It was times I said, oh, I'm gonna record this and I didn't do it. Or I'm gonna go here and I didn't do it. Or, like, I'm gonna start this business and I'm not starting it. And it's things that I know I wanna do. Things that I know I'll be good at. Things that I know, like, if I give effort to it, it's gonna yield fruit. So if you know that you have things like that for yourself, step into it. Like, literally take this as your sign to step into it, because you're capable of it. If you have a dream in your heart, God didn't just put it on your heart for no reason. Like, and if it's something that you've been thinking about 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, do you think you're just thinking about the same shit for no reason? No, bitch. You're supposed to do it. Like, you're thinking about it for a reason. If you know it's what you want to do, stop making excuses for it and just do it. Even if you're not able to do it to the extent of which you want to do it due to circumstances in your life, take it one day at a time, one step at a time. That's the other thing. People, especially in this generation, I feel like we have a really, like, instant gratification. We have that real bad. We want this shit to happen now. We want this shit to, like, even when it comes to getting over niggas, like, you want to, when you first try to get over your nigga, you try to get over him on day one, and if it don't work day one, you back with the nigga because it didn't work day one. Bitch, you think that's how it works? It takes time. Anything that's worth having takes work. Even getting over a nigga, like, and that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people don't realize. Getting over a nigga, that shit takes work. Starting a business, that shit takes work. Losing weight, that shit takes work. I was in therapy for a little bit. I really feel like my therapist ghosted me. But you know what? I might have ghosted her. So that's a whole nother conversation. I was in therapy for a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie, therapy genuinely helped me. I recommend everybody do at least one therapy session. Even if you're a happy ass bitch, go see a therapist one good time. Just to check in. Honestly, y'all, you gotta take your own health, your own happiness, your own life into your own hands. Because if you just continue to let day by day pass, and you letting your dreams pass and your goals pass, it's gonna pass. Like, you gonna wake up one day, you're gonna be 55, and you're gonna be like, damn, when I was 20, I said XYZ. Like, that is crazy. Like, because time flies. Life is short and time flies. Life is short and time flies. So be honest with yourself now. Do the things that you need to do now. Take it one day at a time. Stop wanting shit to happen A then B. Bitch, sometimes you gotta go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. You might gotta wait till R before some shit pop up, before some shit shake. Like, bitch, you did one last set and it looked funky, so you gave up. Bitch, you gotta do about 5, 6, 11 before you realize, bitch, that's not your place. Unless you're just not good at it, bitch. I'm not saying if you just bad at some shit, keep doing it until you get, yes, bitch, actually, yes, bitch. If you're bad and you want to be passionate and you're passionate about it, do it, bitch. Like, if it's anything you want to do, you want to be a better chef, bitch, get on YouTube and watch Gordon Ramsay find you a black chef and watch them. Let me stop playing, talking about something. Find you a black chef. But in all seriousness, so y'all, this is the year stand on business. It's time to get serious about yourself, because life not waiting for you. Life not waiting for me. That's what I had to learn. Like, it's even a lot of stuff that I'm doing. Like, right now, I'm not going to speak on it until the shit done and over with. But it's a lot of stuff that I'm doing right now that, y'all, I could sit here and start crying about it, because I didn't think I would be doing it. And I didn't even think I would be here to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have just worked so hard to get to the place of, like, even me making this video, like, this is a win. Like, celebrate the little wins. This is a win for me, because I'm doing something I said I was going to do. Being a woman of my word is something that's very important to me. Like, being a woman, I have become a woman of my word. Like, I am a woman of my word. Like, if I say I'm going to do some shit, I'm going to do it. That's why when I said, like, When I be talking about like how I'm done with this nigga, and people be like, oh no, you're going back, like, oh no, like, you think you're done. No, I'm done. Like, because I said I'm done, so I'm done. That's just what it was. I said I'm doing it, so I'm doing it. I said it's this, so it's this. You know what I'm saying? I'm becoming a woman of my word, and I'm holding myself. Even when I texted him back, I was like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I literally, even today, I'm not gonna, like, like I said, I'm not a camp artist. Even today, I was sitting here thinking, like, okay, so pros and cons of giving this nigga another chance. Like, pros and cons of giving this nigga another chance. Should I give this nigga another chance? And I was like, what am I giving this nigga another chance for? I've given this nigga dumb chances. This nigga has got more chances than any nigga I've ever encountered in my whole entire life. Like, and he was never even my boyfriend. That's the real tea. Dad got more chances than my literal ex-boyfriend got. And, like, I loved that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, when you care about somebody, it's hard. But you gotta choose your heart, bitch. Y'all gotta start telling niggas beat it. Y'all gotta start telling them depressing thoughts, beat it. Y'all gotta start telling them negative people, beat it. And another thing y'all gotta stop doing is stop telling people y'all whole game plan. Like, even y'all dream boards, stop posting that shit. Stop telling people this is what you want. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But for me, bitch. A bitch don't know if I want to be a dentist or what's that nigga name? A pilot. I'm talking about what's that nigga name? I was about to say an airplane, but a bitch don't know if I want to be a dentist or a pilot. A bitch don't know if I sell lashes or if I sell guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, until I know what I want to do for sure, and until my shit's solid, and until my shit put together, a bitch not gonna know nothing about what I got going. And that's how y'all need to start moving. But the word of the year for me is boundaries. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. Boundaries, bitch. No is the word of the year too. No and boundaries. That's the 2 words of the year. And once you set a boundary, make it that, and don't fold on it, because that's what it was. That's your boundary. A boundary, a brick wall. Make it a brick wall. Too many times I've set boundaries, but it's not a brick wall. It's more like, what's something flimsy? It's like a little plastic wall that anyone can just slip by. No more. No more, bitch. I done break that shit up. If somebody doesn't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you. And it's really just that simple. Because like I said before, love's not enough. It takes a lot for a relationship. And I'm not even just talking about niggas. I'm talking about friendship, all sorts of relationships. If you don't have love, respect, communication, it's a lot of different things that you need. Like, and a lot of relationships be lacking mutual respect. But another thing I do for myself that honestly helps me stand on business in all aspects of my life is setting little goals and rewarding myself for, like, completing little goals. Like, even if it's waking up, like, even if it's getting out of bed and making your bed, if that's your goal for the day, bitch, that might be little to the next bitch, but what does the next bitch have to do with you? People be too worried about what other people got going on. Stop worrying about what other people got going on and worry about the bitch in the mirror. It's a mirror right there. That's why I'm pointing right there. Worry about the bitch in the mirror. I'm not worried about nobody else but her. Like, that does not mean I don't care about nobody. I'm selfish, whatever. That does not mean that. It just means I know that I have to do what I got to do to make sure she's straight. Because at the end of the day, who else gonna make sure she's straight besides me? Me. Like, who else gonna make sure you straight besides you, bitch? You. Like, you got to make sure you straight before anything else. Like, you being a wife to this nigga, and you yourself are not even where you want to be. Like, no. Like, you helping this nigga with his business, and your business not off the ground. You helping this nigga get his diet all right, and you've been trying to fix your diet since 2015. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair. Or even if it's a friend, you helping you at every one of your friend photo shoots, you her brand ambassador, you supporting her, you doing this, but you're not doing anything for you. And I'm not saying you can't do those things, you can't be there for people, you can't support people. I'm not saying that at all. I'm all my folks' biggest motherfucking supporters. My bitch starts selling tires right now. I'm gonna be out there right there rolling the tires with her, like, come get a motherfucking tire. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to make sure you straight above else, and you got to make sure you only do that for people who would do it for you. Because it's a lot of bitches who I've been out there get a tire, but as soon as I start selling tires, I'm out there by myself, come get a tire. That's not right. If you know damn well, if the roles would the tables will turn and you would be all alone, bitch, you need to make a change. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, them tables gonna turn. One thing about it, If there's nothing else that you don't believe shit else that I say, believe this. The table's gonna turn. Whether it's for better or for worse. The table's gonna turn. The table's gonna turn. That's just life. That's just life. Shit get flippy. Shit get switchy. You know what I'm saying? So the table's gonna turn, bitch. So you gotta make sure when the tables do turn, you got people sitting at the table who gonna turn with you. You know what I'm saying? Be consistent. Set boundaries. Give yourself time. Take space and breaks from people who don't. You know you need to take space and breaks from. And honestly, just do what's best for you. Because at the end of the day, you gotta be there for you. Like, you gotta love you because you have one you. Life is short. And if you want something, you gotta go after it. Because me, bitch, it's not a single thing that I want that I'm not getting. I'm just being real. Like, it's not a single thing. Like, everything in my head that I'm like, I want this, I want this, I want this. I'm going down the list in my head right now. Check. I'm getting it all. I'm getting it all. I am getting it all and then some. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I genuinely believe that. Like, that's not me just trying to be like, you know, a lot of people say stuff that they don't really believe. Like, oh, I'm da-da-da. Because it sounds good. It do sound good too. But I'm dead for real. I'm getting everything I want and then some. Bye, loves. Make sure y'all stay tuned. And the bad bitches get it. That's all I'm going to say. Bye.